DIY, DIY, DIY. Bam! Imaginary mic drop. That just happened.
Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you all back to my personal paradise, my recycle playground, the place where I love to be when I'm not with my family. So, in today's exciting episode of DIY Gardens, Cheap, Free, and Easy, ka-chow! That's right, Ninja Kick. We are going to show you today how we make a our own hydroponic machine at home with stuff we already got lying around. Well, if you're me, you got lying around, or if you're you guys, you could probably go get really cheap and easy. So, here we are. Sorry, it's a really sunny day out, so I gotta have my shades on even in the tent. What we got here is a tote. Everybody's got a tote kicking around. I happen to have a few of them matching because they're on sale. It was a Home Depot, dirt cheap, so I got a whole bunch of them because I was using them for my Nerf gear, because Nerf is awesome. Nothing like getting out there with the family and blasting each other. Pew, pew, pew. Kids love it, I love it, it's a blast. Anyways, and my wife, wow, what a shot. Like, I'm telling you, headshots every time, it's amazing. I don't know if this woman tries, but she is great at getting me. Anyways, back to the totes. So I'm gonna show you how you take this tote and you turn it into this right here. Ba-bam, your very own hydroponic machine. And I'm gonna show you how you make it even easier than what you see here. Because what you see here, see the little funky contraption I put in there because I wanted misters and water blowing around. But you know, not everybody's that guy. Not everybody's like, dude, I don't have those parts laying around. So, tell you what, I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's just simply looking at your cell phone, going bam, send. All of a sudden you got a little tiny pump from Amazon that shows up, and that's all you need. You need very, 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 very few things to do this. So, you're gonna need yourself a hole saw. Ladies, if you're watching, your boyfriends, husbands, significant others, they probably got one of these kicking around. Dads, uncles, anything along those lines, or even if you go to the dollar store, you can buy one of these things. A set for probably under $5 guaranteed, under 10 at a dollar store. You're gonna have all sorts of sizes. For this particular plan, I got these little 2-inch cups that drop in there real nice like. So I'm going with this hole saw, same size. You want your hole to be a touch smaller than your basket, because you don't want the basket to fall through. That would be bad, that'd be horrible. Don't do that. Not talking from experience, honest. Why? Because somebody at Better Than Nature told me. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm not sure if they know because of experience. I'm sure not, because they've been around forever and they're a reason why I don't screw shit up all the time. So yeah, any questions, give them a shout, they'll help you, because you know, that's what they do. Anyways, back to what we're doing. How to make this tote. So I got my little tiny hole saw. I looked at the lid, I put the lid on there, and I decided where I wanted the holes to be, because I was going to use this one for lettuces. I made multiple holes. I got 19 in there. I put them in strips and lines in places so that way I could play with it, figure out where I wanted stuff to be. But nonetheless, how to make it even easier than using this little tiny pump here. This little tiny thing. See, it was like $12 on Amazon. Hit the button, bam, showed up like 2 days later. It comes with little attachments and stuff. Get all sorts of different sizes depending on your projects. This will suffice, preferably a little bit bigger one, but this will suffice for what we want to do. We're not going to build any of this. We're just going to simply take this little here pump. We're going to dangle it through the hole. Take a poked stick, plunk it down there, because you see it's got a little suction cup so it doesn't move around. And then you're going to just run the plug back up through the hole, plug it into the wall. You're going to be like, oh damn, the water's moving around. And that's all you need. You just need that water to move around. You don't need it to splash and spray or bubble or none of that stuff. We're only growing vegetables here. So, if things will grow in stagnant water, they will grow much, much better in moving water. So we don't need to have a ripping stream of water moving all over the place. We just gotta have it moving around. So, what you're gonna do is cut those holes out of the top with your funky little hole saw that I showed you about. Ka-chow! Then you're gonna go down to Better Than Nature, and you're gonna get yourself one of these taps. One of those taps there, they cost more than you'd think. They're probably $5, something like that. But it's gonna make it all super worth it, because you just drill the little hole, and once again, in your hole saw kit, that's where you're gonna find the tool that you need to do it. Drill the matching hole, stuff it on in there, get a little bit of epoxy or PL 400 glue, no nails. If you got it, I wouldn't recommend it, but I guess you could use that too. Anyways, you slapstick a whole bunch of that stuff up on there, bam! All of a sudden you got yourself the valve that you need, because you can sit this up on anything like this. So it's just up off the ground, workable height. You can have it up on a table like this. I drilled it so I could even have it on the ground if I really wanted to. But without that part, it's gonna be real miserable trying to get the water out of the thing. So eventually you're gonna have to drain it out, drain it back in. And because I like to do things cheap, free, and easy, I like to repurpose my water. Because everything that's gonna come out of that is gonna go to the outdoor gardens. Or if it's winter time, I'm gonna have several of these things on the go. Probably have at least 4 of them with different things in there. I got one right now that's got cucumbers going on in my boot room. That's right, I'm gonna show you all how to convert your boot room at some point this season into a growing space where you're not gonna damage your home, because that's the most important thing, and still continue to have vegetables dirt cheap, free, and easy. So anyways, back to where I was at. We have that there. We just avoided this whole contraption because we dropped that one little piece in. We figured out that we needed to drill a hole so we could have a tap. That tap, if I have more than one of these things going, I drain that water into my one that's, if this one's got food, I drain this one into my water jug that I have, because I got one of those great big water filters like most of us do at home. Took an empty one of those, drain that into that, and then the one, if this is full of food and this one's full of water, drain that water into another, swap them back and forth. Why not? Parts per million are the same, it's still in there. I've done it, it's seeming to work. If it doesn't work for you, I apologize, it's working great for me. Anyways, this is how you do it. Super, super easy. And then the next step you do is you go down to your favorite store, myself, it just happens to be Better Than Nature, and you get yourself some hydroponic style foods. Well, I'm not sure hydroponic style is the way to go, but nonetheless, it's they're chemical fertilizers. And then the other thing you want to do is they have box sets. So if you just want to go past microgrow and bloom to see what you can really pull off and achieve, they have box sets. They're great. A lot of companies do it. These guys do it. It's just a super fantastic way to go. Something that's not going to come in the box set is this here, H2O2. It's like, yeah, it's hydrogen peroxide. We all see that. Get it at the dollar store for like $5, in pharmacy for $5. Super cheap, right? Well, yeah, it is. But because I have to clean this, because this is something that I was using, I need myself some hydrogen peroxide. Well, I'm not going to spend $5 on a little bottle. No, I went down to Better Than Nature, got myself this here for around $10. And if you look at it, it is 29%. So I'm going to call it 30. And well, I only really want to be using 3% hydrogen peroxide. And just stop for 1 second. You get that stuff on your skin, we're not going to be happy. Don't get it on your skin. Big no-no. Don't do it. Okay, now back to where we're at. So I want this down to about 3%. So if that's 30%, that's there. I'm gonna go 10 to 1. So I just happen to have myself a liter of water into there. Got myself a handy dandy measuring cup. I boop, pour that into there. Recommend one of these here. Very, very, very useful tool, especially if you're using something you don't want to get on your fingers. Just bunk that on in there. Fill that up, swish it all out. Bob's your uncle, spray the whole thing down, get it a good wipe, let it dry, rinse it off. All of a sudden you got yourself a brand new clean machine again. That I've been using now for season and a half, because I watch these guys make one of these ones with fancy spurs twisting everywhere. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna honky it together just like I did. This one here looks amazing and great. It does everything I asked it to do, and it was just literally stuff I had kicking around because I'm that guy. But this one, with that little pump that just slides in there, I was astonished. I'm like, really? Wow, that's all it takes. A tote, a few holes, a couple of little doodads, and I'm growing stuff all over the place. It's amazing. Cheap, free, and easy. Well, I don't really know what else I can tell you about this, folks, other than watching me do it. And I don't think you really want to watch me do it, because that's just going to burn up a whole bunch more of your time. So, I'm going to say bye for now. Oh, just a second before we do, another quick recipe I'm going to show you in the future is a formula with simple things like baking soda and then a few other ingredients on how to make pesticides, fungicides, all those good things. Just stuff you got kicking around your house. Anyways, cheers folks. Have a great day. Ciao for now.